Yo, what's good, man? Why y'all in the
What's
chat tripping?
real?
Y'all in the
What's
chat
real?
tripping, you feel
What's
me?
real?
Oh yeah, I got the light
Why
today. I
you
got the
ain't
light
shit
behind the
real for
camera.
real?
You see how sexy y'all look with this light behind it? You see how clear you can see this face in 1080p? You feel me? Look at that. You feel me?
Oh shit, it popped up.
You feel me? I'm looking crispy now. What's good? What's good, man? What's up, chat?
You know what I'm
Let's get it. I
saying?
got the snipers on deck. They in the building. I got my bro Mello on deck. Noah on deck, repping that state of, look at that state
You
of
see
game.
what it do, what it is, what
What's
it
that
ain't,
on-
baby.
What's that on your chest, man?
Always.
What's that on your chest?
My boy
Is that an
Post
S
on
on your
drag.
chest, brother?
I wear super the S on my chest. Oh, that's a semiauto.
You feel me? I walk around with my ass. You all set?
What up?
You feel me?
It finally worked. Good shit. We gonna leave
Shout out to all the snipers in the chat, man. That's on deck, man. We
Sniper
gotta
gang.
salute the snipers, man. We don't snitch and talk on the snipers, man. We just let them do what they do. You feel me? Mac City was good, one of the baddest bots in the land. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for showing up, supporting the show. Had an amazing time on Game On Daily podcast today with Gaz and David Jaffe. I was able to, we clowned. It was a great show. If y'all get a chance, go check that out on Game On Daily's YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Support this channel. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. When you hit the like button, it helps support the algorithm. If you enjoy this show, help other people enjoy it by hitting the like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified each and every time that we go live. Yes. Yes. And you see the merch. You feel
see the
me?
merch.
You see the merch.
You feel me? Upstairs, go get my other shirt on. Hold on, I might have to switch up wardrobe on the middle of the show.
You see it. You know how we drum. You feel me? You looking crispy too. You looking mighty fine over there, but looking crispy with that state of game. You feel me? With that state of game, you looking real crispy.
Sniper gang,
hey, yes sir, man. Hey yo, and look, like I want to say this, man. Look, today, when I was on Game On Daily Show, man, thanks to all the people who showed up in the chat, who was, recognizing me, post up. I'm glad to see post up. I'm glad y'all got post up on. Shout out to Mac City Entertainment for recognizing me in the super chat and everything. Just supporting not only on this platform, but whatever platform he see me on. Mac City show up all the time and support, man. I thank you.
Mac City,
and thank
100.
everybody in the chat who showed up to that show today and supported not only me, but on Gas platform as well, man. It was an amazing time, man. You feel me? This don't happen without y'all. We can't have a show if don't nobody show up. So y'all the backbone of this shit. You feel me? I know y'all not used to seeing me this crispy, right? You feel me? Y'all not used to seeing me this, bro. Y'all used to seeing me on camera all dim and dark, post weekend. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Things are changing. Things are getting upgraded. You know what I'm saying? As we continue to build this, we're gonna continue to upgrade mics, audio interfaces, and everything, man. We're gonna make sure everybody on the squad is right so we can get y'all the best content as possible, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we got a lot to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? Did PSVR 2 flop? You know what I'm saying? The Last of Us PC port. You know what I'm saying? We got ABK updates. Y'all already know. E3 is canceled, right? Game Pass, dollar deal, and more. Whatever I know, whatever Mello. I know I might forget something, but if I did, y'all gonna fill me in, and we definitely gonna talk about it. All right. All right. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our due diligence. Oh, he switched it up and swapped it out. Oh, he switched it up and swapped it. I see you.
I felt like doing the gray today. You feel me? I see how you looking at that gray.
Oh, you feel me? What? Oh, you match it, player. I see you playing. I see you gonna match my fly, right?
I gotta match.
You gotta match that. Hey, bro, that's what I look at. Mighty
right,
good
baby. It's only right.
Hey, bro, that look at. Hey,
crispy dapper. You feel me?
That boy.
Look at that boy.
What I thought, boy. Look at that all. Look.
That little side status.
Boy, look at that sweater. Hey, man, y'all better make sure y'all support the merch, brother. Hey, and make sure y'all. Hey, see when I look at that sweater, right? When I look at the sweater and the shirt, right?
Yes, sir.
When even the hat, right? Even with the logo, right? Even though it represents game, but when you go out.
They hit. They look.
It hit different, bro. Because I was at Costco's with the wifey, right? You know what I'm saying? I was at Costco's with the wifey. You know, we was buying stuff in bundles and stuff. And I come out and the guy like, "Yo, that's you?" I said, "What you talking about? The state of game and that's you?" I said, "Yeah." He was feeling the fly. He was feeling the shirt. He was feeling the hat. You feel me,
bro? I be trying to educate people on the brands, man.
You feel me?
It hit different when you go out and you got the swag with the designer, and you ain't looking like everybody else.
Exactly. Because if I see
it hit different.
If I didn't know, right, and I see Mello pull up in that sweater right there,
that's all confidence.
I would assume it's just a new clothing brand. I wouldn't connect it to gaming, right? Because the way the logo is on it, and that's what we was going for. We was going for like a logo and a brand that you can rock anywhere, that you wouldn't be ashamed to rock anywhere. I got some new ideas for this whole thing that I'm gonna talk to Mello, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna take this thing even farther. But if we can, level, man, we finna take it to the next level.
I went to the movie theater and they saw this. You know what I'm saying? They was like, "Okay, word, I hit it. You know, looking good, looking fresh."
You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Had the good cologne on the Mac.
And you know what?
Then when they saw the back part of this, they said, "Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and get the website."
You feel me? You feel me?
Let me get the website.
Because when I look at the logo, even on the hat, less is more, right? It's simple, simplicity, right? Simplicity. You stay the game with the S in the controller. You feel me? Look, man, we just in this a hat, right?
Hey, yo, the astronaut.
I got to do that embroidery though.
Yeah, the astronaut is crazy. We're gonna get the embroidery joints. Yeah. But when I see, I can rock this hat with like crazy outfits. You know what I'm saying? Oof. The sweater, the shirts with crazy outfits. You know what I'm saying? And be, you know what I'm saying? And be out. So, man, make sure y'all support the merch, man. We'll drop the link in the chat, man, when we get a chance. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I want you to support, but best believe I'm gonna rock my own shit. You feel?
Exactly. You feel? Got to.
You feel me?
So we finna shout everybody out, and then we're gonna get the show started, man. We finna have you say the line.
Yeah, man. I'm rough, bro, man.
It's all good, bro. I've been on this joint.
When your barber, man, hey, man, tip your barber good, man. Let's go to that because when they gone, you know what I'm saying? It's hard out here, brother. It's hard.
Facts. Hey, finding a good barber is not easy, bro.
Bruh.
Finding a good barber is not easy, bro. So what we finna do is we finna shout you out in the chat and give y'all respect for showing up and supporting the platform. And then we're gonna get the show started because we gotta have a conversation with y'all today, man, and see how y'all feel about the latest news and what's going on in gaming. So shout out to my brother 6200 Block. What's good, Dre? How you doing? Hope everything is cool with you. You know what I'm saying? Then that's me. What I put myself on. Then we got Black Lightning 100 was good. Then we got Born Stella makes eternal less. Now you know what? Let me tell you something, brother. I look, we not finna be doing these long ass names, brother. Bruh. What you want to be? Born Stella, okay. Stella. No, I can't call you a Stella. No, you look. Let me say, we gonna eternal makes lasting. We gonna get you a new name, man. We're gonna get you a nickname, so we ain't got to say all that in one go. But thank you for showing up and supporting the platform. We're not doing this. I'm not reading your name, brother. I'm not reading your name. I know what that is. You're not about to do. Look, I think y'all do this intentionally. Every show, y'all get these YouTube accounts and come up with these crazy names because y'all know we gonna read them out, man. But hey, look, I ain't even saying that. Look, I'm gonna call you HB2. That's what I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you HB2. I ain't talking about Hellblade 2. I'm gonna just call you HB2. There's another HB in the chat that I don't like saying his name either. So he HB1 and you HB2. You feel me? We not doing that today. Shout out to Grand Rizit Freezer. Was good. We got Apollo Cooper. What's up? Who else we got? We got One Punch Jedi. Was good. Was good. Trey Bone. Trey Day. Was good. There's a Peacock 3 free premium months perk in Game Pass right now. You can watch WrestleMania. The way I don't even watch wrestling no more, brother. Yeah. It ain't like it was back in the day. But thanks for giving the chat the heads up for that, man. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got? We got Volcanic was good. Volcanic was good. You know what I'm saying? My brother Max City was up.
Max.
You know what I'm saying? Good, shout out to you, brother, as always. Who else we got? We got King Middleton. Now see, I can say what's up, King. You feel me? Middleton. I can even scream down the street. Hey, yo, Middleton. Or yo, King. Now that's a name you wouldn't have a problem saying, brother. You feel me? It's just real simple with the King Middleton. You know what I'm saying? Really, really simple. But some of y'all be coming up with the wildest names, man. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got? We got my brother Teddy paying for me. What's good, Teddy? Thank you for showing up and thank you for continuously to support the channel, brother. We really appreciate it. The merch is in. Yes, it is, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. And we working on some other stuff too. So y'all ain't, man, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That boy Mello right there is a genius, brother. I'm telling you.
Appreciate it.
Trey Mac Premier, what's good? Yes, sir. We on top. We going up. We moving up. Let's get it. And then who we got here? Lover God. Is that Lover God? Lover God? Lover God. Lover God. Okay. Pack Up Pal ain't pulled up yet, but hopefully, you know what I'm saying? If that's all we got today, that's cool. So we gonna get the show started. All right, we done shouted everybody out. Thank y'all for joining in. We got only 11 likes. It's got 27 people here. Please hit the like button. Please, it ain't hard to hit the like button. So let's see here. What we going to start off with today? So look, hey, at the chat, Sheba, what's good? Sheba, ain't seen you in a minute. Thanks for showing up. Let's get it. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna let the chat pick the topic today to start off with. I'm gonna let the chat pick the topic that we're going to start chat. Let us know. Look at the headline. Let us know what y'all want to start off with first, and that's how we're going to rock.
Oh, my God.
Trey Bros post up always podcasting when I want to start. Well, you could do both, man. You could listen to the podcast and game at the same damn time, brother.
Noah do it all. Me and Noah do it all the time. And we pod. And we pod.
She would say, talk about that big ass flop VR was. Phil was right again. Oh
Jesus Christ! Was it really a flop though?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, we'll start off with the PlayStation banger not showing up on PC day one. We got, let me see here, Crybaby Ponies. Xbox recommendations. What you recommend to play this week on Xbox? We'll get that to you, Face. We'll get that to. It's so much coming out this month. You got the Benedict joint that I want to play that coming out this joint this month. You got the Minecraft Legend update, and it's another game that come out this month too, towards the end of the month, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot. I got to go look at that the lineup again. So what we'll do, I see a lot of people want to talk about 30 million consoles versus 200,000 VR. Okay, VR. Okay, we'll do the VRs. We'll do the VR because we got people talking about VR and then PlayStation bangers not showing up on PC day one. And okay, so we'll start there. Okay, Trey Max said, "What studio Microsoft is buying that?" I'll add that to the queue of something to talk about. Like I said, that's what the and more is for. Let's see, Trey Mac, the world from before. My message from Mello was from before. Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll so y'all cool. We're starting off with the PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah,
Let me bring that up.
Do that.
Yeah.
While you doing that, I'm tweeting out. So yeah, we can definitely do that.
Let me.
They got numbers, or they just got.
It was a Bloomberg article. I think who referenced IDC.
Mm-hmm.
Where they got the number from? See,
it was like 200,000 and 200,000 sales. It was like the total. When it come out, it came out of what? February. Yeah, February.
Okay, so let me find that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, let's get the dot.
Yeah, it was February. Yeah.
Let me see here.
So we had official numbers.
Yeah, let me listen.
I'm trying to tweet this out. Make sure y'all tweet it out, man.
Push. See here. All right, so let me get this on the screen for y'all. Make sure y'all share and tweet this out. Let's get the numbers up, and we're gonna start off with this. Hey, Sheba, we gonna take it there. We're gonna take it there. Let's get this on the screen right now. Okay. Let's go. We finna cook. Ain't no holds bars, man. We ain't no holds bars. We are about to cook. All right. So let's do this here. Hey, Trey Ball, stop doing bro like that. Hey, Trey Ball, why you?
Hold on, what I missed? What I do? What I did?
He say, "Hey,
post man. Oh,
laugh out loud. Why Mello look like Durant?"
You got that one. You got that one. How I work this shit. You want to talk? Don't worry. Let me cut my camera off, man. I'm gonna get my hair cut first. I'm gonna be back.
Right, let me see here.
I was just happy to get my camera on. Now you want to talk about my little cut, man?
And also, y'all, we might the next show we might be moving over to
Discord,
to StreamYard, to Discord. Yeah, I got it. I got the channel and everything set up. I connected it with StreamYard and stuff like that. So we're gonna run a test before we go live to make sure everybody is heard in the voice chat. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna go over there, and then I'll tell y'all about it, how we gonna do it. But I got everything set up today. Let me see here. King Middleton, once you check the Discord, let me see here. Hey King, where you find this at?
Oh, what we see? What we got?
Is it something you can post?
Yes, give me just a second here. I'm about to do this.
You gotta be careful today, bro. You
Yeah,
can't.
joking with you.
Well,
What
you
I
see
now?
think this April Fools. This April Fools. You
I'm
almost got
looking
me,
terrible
King.
right now, man.
This April Fools. This April Fools, King. This
Yeah.
April Fools. This April 1st.
Today is not the day where you look for gaming or any news like that.
I'm finna show people what he sent to me. This right here. Get ready, everyone. We're working with Microsoft to bring Nintendo Switch games to Xbox Series X.
This
is April Fools, brother.
Yeah.
It is April 1st, brother.
That's definitely.
Let me say,
They
even though to me, April
Fools
is played out. To me, particularly, is played out. But yeah, today is April Fools, but I wouldn't even anything like that. I wouldn't even believe,
especially
brother.
today. Today is all questionable.
Today is called send your ass off day, because that's what they're doing. They're gonna send your ass off every time, brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's real, brother. But thanks, though. You all supposed to got me for a minute, and I had to realize that it's
what
April.
Time it is.
Yeah. So let me bring this back on the screen, and then we're gonna get started. Okay. Let's see here. Sony PSVR 2 sales are reportedly off to a slow start. Sony is likely to sell around 270,000 PSVR 2 headsets in its first few weeks from launch. Okay. Sony PlayStation VR 2 headsets were launched at the end of last month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was we're in March. We're in April now.
That was end of February.
Yeah, end of February. March. Yeah, end of February. Okay. Right. The latest report suggested that the PSVR 2 will sell fewer than 300,000 units in its first few weeks. Right. Bloomberg recent reports claim that Sony latest tech offering is off to a slower start than imagined by the company. Right. The reports credits the slow pace to Sony attempts to play a leading role in the development of the metaverse. Sony is likely to sell around 270,000 PSVR 2 headsets between February 22nd launch date and the end of March as estimated by research firm IDC. You feel me? Is that the IDC college? IDC college. You feel me?
Hey, can I say this before we get started? You know, I got the PSVR 2, right? And I got it I didn't get it the day of release. I waited like a week. And I knew there was a problem when I was able to pre-order one with no problem a week after the platform launch. Normally, you know, people out here scalping.
I was sharing the wrong tab.
Oh shit!
I'm sharing the wrong damn tab. My fault. Why y'all didn't let me know I was sharing the wrong damn tab?
I was tweeting it out on social media.
I'm reading it and I look on there. I'm like, wow, I see myself triple time, two time.
But yeah, I knew it was a problem though. Like when I was able to pre-order one with no problem, like my payment just went through. I didn't have to wait, for a queue or nothing. Normally, when the Series X and the PS5 launch, for that matter, everybody had trouble, ordering and getting the console, bro. Like just pre-ordering. It wasn't like that with the PSVR 2, and they only made what, 1 million.
Hey, Play, what's up, man? We're going to have to get you on the show too, man. We definitely got to get you on the show. I love your insight and perspective about things, but I'm gonna connect with you, man, and get you on the show as a guest. But go ahead, Noah, my bad.
No, I'm just saying they only made like 1 million, and I didn't have any problems ordering my PSVR 2 a week after it launched. So that already raised flags to me. I say, yeah, buddy.
It says here that Bloomberg reported last year that Sony was aiming to manufacture around 2 million units for PSVR 2's launch, and then they cut that, I think, down to 1 million.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
right. I think
we talking online sales. They cut online sales down.
Yeah. They cut that down to 1 million. They should have cut it more. Now, I was like, as I said, I was on Game On Daily Show today, and is that two of you, Noah?
Who?
Well, it's just one. I'm on the cell phone, so
He said, "Is it
we moving to
Okay.
Anyway, so.
Okay, yeah. All right, so it's two of you on the screen though right now. You're two-piece spicy right now. You real. It's real. Like, let me all right, let me say. I'm gonna say like I was on Game on Daily Show that, and David Jaffe went in. He said VR is dead.
Dang.
It ain't no ceiling. It never had a ceiling. It's a wrap. He said it's a wrap. He said once you get over the initial wow factor, you know what I'm saying? Once you get over, then that's it. It's nothing to keep you there. It's over. And I think he brought up some research. A MetaQuest did research and found out that after people who played the MetaQuest, right, for that initial wow factor, they didn't pick it up for 6 months.
Yes, the engagement decreases.
The engagement decrease. So the data from what MetaQuest says, and shout out to Jaffe for this, said that after someone buys the MetaQuest and plays it, they stop playing it for 6 months. So they just put it down after that. So that means that the initial wow factor that you get while I'm in the VR world and this and that, whoop and bam. Once that's over, there's nothing to sustain you to keep you coming back to it or playing for longer periods of times. And we was touching on the fact that people will say, well, you just need to bring AAA to VR. It's bigger than that. So I was saying, and me and Gas was saying that, look, at some point an IP is going to get made or something like that to sustain it. Well, he was like, well,
it's not enough.
What is this IP? What is it going to do that you can't do on a flat screen TV? Right. So he was making a good point. And then I threw in there the fact that Phil made the right decision in choosing cloud over VR.
Facts.
That pivot, and look, I will say this.
You don't like it, but it's facts.
I'm gonna get Noah and Mello takes on this whole PSVR too. I'm gonna say this. They clown Phil, right? About announcing that the Xbox One S will support VR and that they was gonna do VR, and then pivoted and said, look, no, we good. We'll just support VR headsets on PC and we'll whop the bam there, because that's pretty much where it's. Why I keep doing that?
Oh, what's that?
What's happening?
Why did it switch like that?
See, man, you don't talk bad about stream, y'all. Not
no. All type of wonky stuff. I was back. Okay, so no, I was.
You going where?
Hey, stop. Look.
This your last one with us.
Look, shout out to Phil, bro. Phil, if y'all could disrespect Phil, y'all could say he lies and all. But the man seen the shit coming, right? The man say, no, we gonna pivot. We ain't gonna do VR right now because the tech ain't where I want it to be. I wanted to have a wireless headset, and then in terms of the game development part of it, that's not where we want it to be. So we'll sit and let that incubate. Let's focus on cloud. And what Sony did, Sony said,
no,
fuck cloud. We gonna choose VR. We going in. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock them from doing that, from trying to that's their choice. But I think ultimately Phil made the right decision. So I want to get Noah and Mello perspective on this, and then we're gonna cook. I'm looking at the chat too. I'm reading the chat, seeing where y'all perspective on this. So make sure y'all chime in. So which one of y'all want to go?
Go ahead, Noah. Do your thing. Since you got one, I can't really, I'm just.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Post. I agree with you, Post. I mean, one big AAA game, two big AAA games. You might get a couple sales, but ultimately, Phil chose right, and this is why. Because the barrier to entry is better with cloud. Cloud gives people who normally don't have access to consoles, gaming on PC, They had a mobile device. They had a tablet. Now you have more people that can play your games from anywhere, as long as they have an internet connection. Where Sony messed up with the PSVR, not only do I have to buy a PlayStation 5, now I got to spend an extra $550 for a VR. So you're asking your customers to spend well over $1,000
Mm,
for a handful of titles
mm.
at lunch. That's You can't do that in 2023, right? Sony would have been smart had they made this an open platform VR. I know they love the closed thing, but that's a way of the past. This VR should have been you should be able to use this VR on PCs, PlayStation 5s, and hell, even cell phones. Like Sony gotta stop, bro. Like this, nobody's sticking to one platform anymore. These kids didn't grow up on PlayStation. The only people you see on Twitter screaming about PlayStation is old men in fake women's soccer accounts. Let's be real, bro. PlayStation is becoming
Yo,
a dinosaur, bro. And they don't
yo.
and Sony is the last one to see that.
You done or you finished?
I'm somewhere between. I'm somewhere between. But go ahead, Bello.
Cause they about to go in. Cause I clearly told you black individuals last show when we did solo that it was already red flags off the rip when you did not see PlayStation VR in retail brick and mortar locations. It was already alarming. It was already a red flag. And when you seen the pre-orders was not up to par, y'all didn't conduce it down to the 1,000. Y'all said, let's do it 2 mil. Let's do an M. And now you're seeing the backlash of it. The problem is this. Sony is in the way of Sony. I'm sorry to tell you,
Yes.
it is what it is. Sony is their own issue because they don't want to get with the times. Long story short, they do not want to see what the consumers really want. They kind of look at the market and then they go off the tail end of it. Because I'm pretty sure what happened. They seen what happened with the MetaQuest and they seen this started picking up steam and they started seeing that people were willing to invest in the product. And then hey, we got it on the market too. Here go ours. We got it with the console. But we're going to do a Sony price tag like Sony do. We're going to increase the price. We're not going to sell it at a loss, drastic loss. And honestly, in my opinion, they didn't market it right to this in extent of content. You came out with a Horizon game where the previous game somewhat didn't do really too good. It was kind of iffy. You didn't have like God of War in VR. And then y'all added some third parties in there. You know, Resident Evil gonna do a third party whenever they can, VR whenever they can.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
And
point, Bello. Where's Astrobot VR? Where's Astrobot?
where's Astro Bar?
That should have been day one.
Where's
that
the
would have been
games that
fire.
actually kicked up the PlayStation Steam? You didn't have it there on day one. And then on top of that, the marketing was terrible. Y'all did what the Super Bowl thing,
Did they even
and that was
market
it.
Yeah,
I think you really didn't see anything related to PlayStation VR doing outsourcing things. Like you could have advertised Live Nation concerts. You could have advertised
But they won't allow that to happen because they can't
that,
monetize it. But
and
like PlayStation is
that's where I'm
so
leading to.
closed platform,
And
like
that's
it's
where I'm leading to. You don't want to
insane.
allow third-party things like the NBA pass where you can actually watch the games from the court side. You don't want to let those things into your environment, which is literally killing your own product.
Exactly. That's a good point.
So
Hey, I'm sorry.
go
I
ahead,
want
do your thing.
I want to get this out because I still think people are looking at the glass half full by saying that they sold 300 almost 300,000 units. But in reality, they got over 1.7 million PSVR 2 sitting in a warehouse. That's the truth.
Thank you. That is what Pastor has been telling you fools, and everybody been joking and laughing because he sells bush meat. He told you fools, you got 2 million items. You only sold about a couple 100,000. What you say? What was 200 some thousand?
Yeah, well, yeah, a little over 200,000.
200
So
and
you
You
telling
got
me
1.5 million sitting in the
no
closet somewhere, just
1.7 million.
270,000. 270,000.
207. Okay,
You
so we're
got
gonna round it up to 3.
1.73
You
million PSVR 2 sitting
You
in
got
a warehouse.
That
1.7
boy doing
million
math
at
on the spot, ain't he?
It's at an Amazon location inside your closet, just sitting on the shelves.
Hey
Like,
yo, you got Amazon employees throwing the boxes back and forth across the warehouse with each other, playing
and
catch.
y'all,
Like,
the crazy part is you can say what you want to say about Phil, but guess what? When they did a peripheral outside of the console, it sold. Cause guess what they did? They had augmented reality AR. They said, HoloLens, we want to try this out, but guess what? We gonna sell it to the daggone Pentagon and the nurses, and we still gonna make a profit. Because now we ain't got to worry about focusing on actually making products and marketing it to the consumers, which is niche. It was not a million some people waiting for AR gaming. We still stuck on home console. We having a hard time getting you guys off of home consoles, let alone wanting to stand up and play a video game for a long period of time. So guess what? We're going to stick to what we know. We still made money on the back end off of a product that would or could have been successful or not. We made profit off of it, and we still continue doing what we need to do on our first and third party deals. You can't beat it. While Sony is scrambling right now, they don't have any footprint in cloud gaming as they want. You see what's happening with the PC ports. Now you got another failed product that ain't selling in the closet, just sitting there. They probably gonna have to sell that for like $200 to make any grounds of any type of money.
Shout out to my brother Playro, and I really want to highlight what he said because we spoke about this as well today in terms of the position of VR and AR and which one has more flexibility and room to grow and really to bring different aspects to that to each's market to have a long-term longevity there. And my brother Playro, aka the second pastor, said Xbox don't have to focus on VR. They already have another sector working in augmented reality. If they ever need to pivot, they can do so when the time is right. And I do agree with that. And one of the things that Jeffy spoke about and that we spoke about today was that augmented reality, VR, AR, or mixed reality, however you want to look at it, has a higher ceiling than VR, right? And in terms of technology and things like that, it has a broader appeal in terms of its application, right? And then also we were talking about since Microsoft is already in AR and mixed reality, even though you can look at the HoloLens and things like that as a failure, but as David Jaffe said today, it's a necessary failure. And I do agree with him on that. You have to create things, whether they succeed or fail. It's not the point. The point is the knowledge you gain from that. So the next time the building blocks you use next time are better than the ones you used previously because you didn't learn from those past failures. And so HoloLens became a necessary failure, but that failure is going to prove pivotal to the future tech of AR. And when I mean with AR, it's just like these pair of glasses. Just imagine having a pair of glasses and putting on, and this pair of glasses is your phone, it's your computer, and it's your gaming system, right? All in one. Your connection to AI and everything just by putting it on. Boop. And you got a screen in front of you You can check voicemail. You can check text messages.
Just
You
like
can
Google
check social
Glasses.
media. You can do all of that. And even though Google Tech failed in that aspect, but that was a necessary failure too. And shout out to David Jaffe because he made some incredible
I'm about to say,
points
but
points today.
HoloLens wasn't a failure though.
In terms of,
Because how can it be a failure if I never released it to the public or the masses where I intended it to be, which was gaming? I just sold it elsewhere and made profit.
it was a failure. They sold that shit to the government, but
They sold it to the government and doctors to do research and surgeries.
Yeah.
that's a dub.
but I'm just saying though, all I'm saying is that
Well, you got this person, they released something. Now you got a warehouse full of PlayStation VRs.
but I agree with him that AR has a higher ceiling, and
It
does.
does.
You could do a lot with AR that you can't do
It
with
definitely
VR.
does.
You can do a lot with AR that you can't do with VR. And I think in Asa that was on the show too, he made a great point too, in terms of at some point VR and AR is going to merge.
It should. It
It's gonna
definitely
merge.
should.
So
Look at the little clown things. Well, I want to say the little funny antic things that they do on social media with AR with the cell phones.
yeah,
Just making little TikTok dances with a little character on the screen.
yeah,
It has way more potential.
yeah.
You know, in the forefront. And like I was, even when I was saying about the concerts and you can watch the sports games. You saw a whole football game being played on a counter table.
Yeah.
Even
That's
with
what I'm
like
saying.
RTS game is. So
Yeah,
it's like
the application
yeah.
is incredible. Imagine going to a restaurant, sitting down, and linking
seeing
in
the food before you even get it.
yeah, and seeing the food before you in holographically. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing it, or having small gaming applications on your table and playing that while waiting on your food to go. So I think that the application aspect, it has a way higher ceiling than VR. I think people, you look at and I think Gaz brought this up. You look at Real Player One, the movie Real Player One, and I think a lot of people think of VR in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? And it's the difference between spatial reality and mental reality. You know what I'm saying? We're far from what Real Player One.
Exactly.
I know we want to way from. I know we want to be inside the game.
We
like
talking
that.
about full body suit at that point.
Yeah, exactly. But
yeah, we definitely.
I just think the timing of the PSVR 2 in which Sony chose to bring it out was terrible, as well as not making it accessible via PC. Right?
Exactly.
Because that's where the VR market really is. Regardless if it's niche, if you feel as though, even if David Jaffe feel as though it's a dead market right now, regardless of that, most of the players, PC would have probably gave you a lot more numbers than the 270,000. But by you isolating it to your hardware only, you're telling me, a person that already owns a PS5, that just spent over $500 for that I have to go spend another $550, damn near $600 to play a headset of a few next generation games on there, and then the ones that came out on the last generation is just remastered or remakes of that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have backwards compatibility or none of that like other VR headsets, right? And so I think that was a miss. I think you're already in a position where you're trying to transition your first party ecosystem into the PC ecosystem. Right. You're now making PlayStation 5 and PC games from a first party perspective. So why didn't you include your PSVR 2 hardware into that and allow it to support the PC and other VR games? That would have made the library even more expensive, because you add the PSVR 1 games that was there, you had the new PSVR 2 games that your studios and other studios working on, and then you allowed the VR teams on PC to get access to the SDK, and bring all the VR games over from there. Like, I don't know
Even
what
then,
they
I'm gonna kick it a step further. You see
Mhm.
what Fortnite just did? They open sourced their game and allowed the users to create their own universe.
Yeah.
So why didn't you do that with PlayStation? But again, that's that control mechanism that they have over there. That's literally are putting their stuff in the chokehold when it comes to finances. You're
Yeah.
too busy trying to money had this $500 peripheral to get profit, and it's backfiring on you. Period.
Mm.
Because like
Yeah.
you said, it should have went to PC. It shouldn't have been no problem. That device should not be running on the PC.
Shout out to Star Traffic because we also brought this up today. HoloLens so far is a failure. They couldn't get the field of view right. But see that's like I said, that's a necessary failure. Believe me, the next time they run some on AR and VR, they're gonna get that field of view right. Apple, yeah, we spoke about this too. Apple was coming out with an AR VR set that costs $3,000. They supposed to announce. I'm hearing they supposed to announce it this year, later this year. I don't know who paying
That was
$3,000
$3,000 for
for
an
no
AR
AR
device.
VR set. But knowing Apple, when they do something,
Is
I
on
will say
point.
this. I'm gonna tell you something about Apple. Let me tell you something. When it might take them a while to do something, and they might even let everybody get out there and do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But when they do it, I'm
It's
one or two
it
things.
hit different.
It hit different.
It hit
They do
different.
that shit right, right?
Mm-hmm.
They market it right, right? And when they do their presentations on stage,
It make you
they
want to buy it.
sell the hell
It
out of shit.
make you want
Let
to
me
buy
tell you
it.
something. They gonna
The
sell that 3,000.
M16 chip will enhance.
They gonna
all
sell that $3,000 headset at like it's $3. And I'm tell you something. You got to think that the AR VR headset is gonna incorporate their OS, right? Their
Mm-hmm.
cloud technology. You think of Apple Music,
Exactly.
all of their, because you got to look at the way their platform is set up right now. They got everything integrated in terms of PC, phone, tablet, everything across the board. It's all integrated. It all speaks to each other. You could pick up something on the Mac. You could continue it on the iPhone, go from the iPhone to the iPad, and so on seamlessly. Seamlessly. Whatever
No
you do
problem.
on one is automatically applied to the other. It's just
Yep.
it just the ecosystem,
It hit different.
just work.
It
And
just hit different.
I'm telling you,
Because that's what I'm
whatever.
saying. Look at the deal that they was trying to do. That's a little sidebar, but
Mm.
look who was up for sale. You had the MLB contract up for sale. You had the NBA contract for sale, and the football. And everybody, I think Apple got MLB, correct? For the Apple TV?
Yeah, they got MLB for the Apple TV, and now they got MLS.
And now
Soccer.
understand,
They got the
it's
soccer league too on there.
understand what's going the soccer league. Understand what's going on now. This is about content. We can give you a product or a device, but if it has massive content that people want, look at the viewing numbers for the soccer games. Now you just imagine that being on a device owned by Apple.
And I think it's gonna be I
Bruh,
think it's gonna be a device that's gonna be sleek,
man.
slim. It's not gonna be bulky or anything like that. It's just, and I don't
And
know. Well,
Amazon got the football too. So
yeah, I can't wait to see how it is. But yeah, I will look at this, and I think it's a flop. It flopped.
it flopped.
Ain't no ways to
And,
you can let the ponies cap to you. The ponies can cap all they want, but to sell 270,000 out of the gate, you got what, 30 million console players.
Mm-hmm.
What the first PSVR one did in its lifetime, like 5 million, right?
Yeah, it was. I know they did it. Yeah, around that time, around five.
Right. I shout out to Garcia with the 499. Sony is looking like OJ Simpson on the opening scene of Naked
Oh,
Gun. If you too young to know,
yo, He bogus. That man bogus. That man. I gotta cut my camera off on that one, bro. What the? Grab the what? Lead the what? Yo.
Hey, Garcia, why you do that, bro?
What the hell?
Hey, if you never watched the Naked Gun series, oh, look, man. Look, if you
man.
Hold on. I still got a little cold in me. Hold on. What the tissue? Let me. What I do with it? I don't even know what I did with it.
Oh, PSVR sales.
Yeah, here you go.
So
let me do this.
That boy flopped like the big girl, back of the big girl flip flops.
I will put that on screen, but I ain't even.
You gotta search that up for like, hold on, let me look at that because dang, I ain't even get, man. Yeah, you lucky. You are lucky. VR1 sales. But you know what I'm saying? That goes with the territory, honestly, in the sense of when it comes to you you got him with in the wheelchair.
Bro. The Naked Gun series was some funny ass movies, bro. I'm telling you. Them joints was funny. If you never seen the Naked Gun movie,
man,
either you was too young, man. Educate yourself. Some of the most funniest comedy you'll see in the movie. Yeah, the wheelchair. You know, OJ was getting fucked up in. They was fucking OJ
when they
up in
about the car. He was rolling down the highway, bruh.
Yo, they was doing OJ dirty in the movies, but yeah, man. At the end of the day, this is a complete failure. Will it recover? Will it be able to rebound? What's Sony playing? Do we even know the pipeline, the gaming pipeline for PlayStation VR 2? Like, what's coming? Do we know?
No.
Do we know what's in development? I mean,
it's a scary sight because, again, you got to see, is the new Spider-Man game going to be PlayStation VR compatible? Is the Wolverine game going to be PlayStation VR compatible? Like, I'm asking these questions because in that type of realm, in that type of area, you have to have exclusive titles for it to even kick up some type of dust with it. It has to have some form of content that separates itself from anyone else. That's the problem with you bringing another device on the market, because not only do you have to cater to the home console, sit down, controller individuals, now you got to have a whole nother audience to try to entertain to even make a profit off of this. And I don't see them doing anything well with this unless it goes third party. If they come out with some form of software that converted to third party that allows it to be ran on PC in some shape or form, it's dead in the water, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You getting all this bad news, and that was just the end of February. We just April 1st.
Yeah.
It sounds like a forespoken situation to be foreclosure situation for me.
I will say this though. I will say this. Now, you know, David Jaffe is a crazy motherfucker. I will tell you this.
Yeah, I gotta watch that part.
He is crazy. Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna watch it live.
You know what he said? The only thing that can save VR?
What's that?
Porn.
I don't blame him.
He said that's the only thing that can save PSVR.
I don't blame him. That's a wise man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the man like that, but if you look at the numbers in which porn shifts the market, because when that little DVD Blu-ray debacle happened, porn was one of the determining factors. So
he said,
I don't. Hey,
he said
he must got a lot of greasy hands over there. He knows a lot about it. I don't know.
You know what cam girls is? You ever seen the cam?
Yeah, he sound like an OnlyFans supporter.
Yo, bro, what's going on? I was there.
Yo,
he said you get the cam.
He said get the cam girl.
You get the cam girl. You get the 360 view.
Oh yeah.
I said you had that boy on like ankles.
Right. He said he don't want to miss a spot. You hear me?
Yo, he said that's the only thing that's gonna save
They gotta
VR
bring back
is the
PSVR
porn industry,
yeah,
bro.
web browser.
Because he
Yeah.
was saying pretty much that's all it's good for.
Yeah. With something like that, you gotta already gotta have content ready in the tuck, ready to go on day 0, or you gotta allow the consumer to create the content for it.
Yeah.
Which would be like what's your name just said, the web browser.
Yeah.
But,
we'll see. We'll definitely see. We're gonna move along to the next topic. What we got here? We can either talk about The Last of Us PC port. We got or y'all want to talk about The Last of Us PC port, man.
Why they do that game so bad?
Hold on, let me do this, man.
Why they do that game like that, bro?
And then you got Greg from what's the name going out there trying to make fun of the PC community and stuff and things like that. It's just wild, right, man?
Bruh, that PC port was nasty. I'm just seeing the clips on Twitter, and I have not played the game. I don't know if the guys played it, but if this is that greatness y'all was so-called claiming PlayStation have, my God. And they pay somebody to do this.
And look, man, look at this. Last of Us Part 1 PC, 56. Only 6 reviews. And I agree with Peter OVO. Let me make sure though. I want to check something. I'm gonna go to Metacritic.
Ooh.
Let me go to Metacritic.
When the last time they hit a score like this?
You know why it's only 6 reviews, right?
Why? They
would have got blackballed from Sony had they left a bad review. So they decided not to leave one at all.
Damn.
So usually with PlayStation games, and we need to call this out, because usually with PlayStation games, when they come out, or any game that's reviewed on the PlayStation, it usually have about 30 or 40 reviews by now. This only has 6. Where's mainstream media at? Huh? Why they not reviewing? Is they waiting on the patch or something?
Them jokers didn't hit it. Dipped up out of here. He said, "Oh, gotta go."
Deruham, I know Greg. I know Greg was joking. You know what I'm saying? I know he was joking. Because we know the PC can run. That's the best hardware. You want better graphics, you want the top of the line stuff, it's the PC. We know PC has a different range of requirements, different GPUs and different settings, so it can be hard in terms of optimization, which is what this boils down to. But we have to give the same energy to Naughty Dog and Last of Us that y'all give to Microsoft. Because definitely, if this was a Microsoft game, the media be eating right now.
Man.
They'll be feasting right now. This is the bias that we talk about. What's good, no?
Talking to you as someone who follows the Activision and Blizzard acquisition as close as you do, right?
Well,
this is why we need to see the files. Why is there only 6 reviews? I bet you there's some type of email document file that Sony do not want the public to see about these reviews. Why are people so quiet?
That's what I want to know, yo.
I can't wait, bro. It's gonna get exposed, and I can't wait.
This shit is crazy, yo. It is crazy. Like 6 reviews. Let me see who. Let's see who. And let me see who did the reviews. Let's see here. We're gonna share this tab, right? Let's go over here to Metacritic, right? Let me get that out the way. Let me bring that up a little bit so y'all can see. Well, all right. So we got 6 reviews. Let's see. Click there. Undo that. GameStar, multiplayer.it, gameblog.fr, which is France, I think, Game Reactor UK, worth playing. We got this covered. Where are your IGNs, your GameSpot? Where's your Eurogamers? Huh? Where's your push? What's that? Press start?
They got to look up out of
Where's
here.
your IGN? Where's your GameSpot? Where's bro? Pull up in comparison. Pull up Horizon for PC or God of War for PC.
God of War.
You said something just ain't right.
See, that's why you should be happy, and we're happy to have you. But I'm glad you're here to see this state of gaming.
This.
We're gonna expose it all. We're gonna shed light on everything.
60 critics.
We're gonna shed light on everything.
A 60 piece.
They open up the floodgates, boy.
Nobody is honing in on these 6 reviews and where these big time publishers disappeared because the last
New York Daily
plays
News
dog shit on PC, right? But everybody's singing Sony praises when it comes to these PC ports that work good.
Yo.
But when Sony having a bad day, they nowhere to be found, right?
Yo, they really out here ducking the smoke.
Man. GameStar.
Because I guarantee you, if this was Xbox,
man.
Oh man.
They been that boy front line and center, boy. With a Starbucks cup. They was ready to go.
And they're not even blaming the developer. They're not blaming the quality assurance at Sony. They're blaming PC. Greg Miller wasn't joking. He was dead ass. I'm with you on that. He was dead ass. He was serious in the form of a joke. But those were true feelings being said by Greg Miller.
Look, even Halo Infinite got 31 on critics.
These dudes went ghost. They knew Sony was going.
You say I ain't gonna cut my water off. We just won't say nothing.
Yo, this is crazy, yo.
We just won't say nothing.
And that's ain't nobody saying nothing.
He said, I'll be damn, y'all gonna cut my water off. You know what?
When did this game release? When did Last of Us release for PC?
It was wasn't it like some little stealth release or something else like that?
Long enough. Hey, post ain't even excuse. All you gotta do is copy and paste.
March 28th.
All you gotta do is copy and paste what you said about the PS5 version and add the PC specific stuff to it, right?
Maybe they haven't got to it.
Soon as the game patching and working, watch how many reviews start hitting on this game for big time publishers. Publicists.
Well, maybe they haven't got to it yet. They
haven't got to the game. Game is 10 years old. I'm sorry.
Yo, shout out.
Yeah,
shout
but
out,
you know, due
shout
to
out
this being
to
the
Peter,
PC
yo,
port.
for recognizing this.
But y'all
they
try to tell us that there's no bias.
They already said they gonna fix it, but we're not gonna talk about it. People already spent their $70 on this game. The Ruham.
Hey, Ruham, if you don't get your ass up out of here, boy.
people already took time off of work to play this
game. Ain't no way, boy.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Look, he gonna say they already said they gonna fix it. But let's not talk about it. Nigga, y'all don't give Microsoft a chance to fix shit,
bro.
Y'all didn't give them a chance to fix Halo.
If I crank up and told you I'm gonna fix it, you just okay, all right.
Yeah, y'all kicked Craig in the back before the game even released. The game didn't even release, and they kicked that man.
I'm gonna sell you this car. You'll be cool, but I'm gonna replace the engine later
on. But you're gonna go ahead and give me the 30,000 right now up front.
But it's cool though, the Ruham.
I said I'm gonna fix it. Goddamn, leave me alone.
Let me fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Let me fix it.
It's cool though, the Ruham. But see, the Ruham, you see how you want to get Sony the benefit of the doubt?
What happened? What that NGA with Microsoft?
They didn't get the benefit of the doubt with Halo.
None of their games. Not a near nutter.
That y'all went off with Craig. Y'all took
a
millisecond of a clip
They seen
in a trailer.
They was talking about penises. Like, yeah, y'all is wild. Anytime Microsoft dropped something, y'all was wilding.
You took a millisecond of a clip in a trailer, zoomed in, cropped somebody's face, and
bruh.
And this brother want to say, they already said they're gonna fix it, but y'all don't want to talk. Yo, no, we don't want to talk about that. Fuck, we want to talk about the niggas that spent their money already. What are we doing here?
Current state, and it's trash. They had Ellie in the back doing spin moves and 360s and all type of stuff while the dialogue was popping off.
So the Ruham says the difference is Halo was a new game. Last of Us is a remake, already been done. That makes it even worse.
It even worse. Nigga, what the fuck?
What is it?
He wrote that like he came with knowledge, G.
Ruhan just Naughty Dog copy and paste game ain't shit. So that's what he's saying.
He wrote that like he came with straight knowledge, G. Like,
hey, Ruhan, man. Thank you for the Ruhan.
We on your boat, nigga.
Hey, Ruhan, thank you for supporting the channel.
This
you
is
still a homie.
PC remake.
You still a homie. You always supporting the platform. We appreciate you. But yeah, you about to get this work. We about to stump your ass out. Whether you be here or not, bro, we got to stump your ass out for that, bro. Let me tell you something. This bro said,
put that comment back.
Look, hold on.
That's the comment of the day. We putting your ass on the Jumbotron.
Wait. What's even worse is that it's a remake, right? Like, you know, games are made on PCs, right? Games are made on PCs, right? Right. You know, they are made on C. So you build the game. Hold on, let me break this down. You build the game on the PC, right? Right.
How many smoke?
You build the game on the PC, right? Then you transfer it to the dev kit to see what you need to optimize. So once it gets transferred to the dev kit, you play it on the dev kit, right?
Jesus.
Once you play it on the dev kit, you find out what works, what don't work. You go back to the PC, do your optimizations, and then bring it back over to the dev kit. It was the reason why when Microsoft did the Xbox One X, one of the main things devs complained about was how long it took to transfer a build of a game from a PC to a dev kit. They say it usually take hours, sometimes days. Sometimes they will have to let it sit for a whole day for that build to get to the dev kit before they can, you know, do what they need to do to see how the game is optimized or see how it plays. So what Microsoft did with the Xbox One S, they with the Xbox One X, they created this high-speed cable, right? This high-speed data cable to allow the developers to transfer the builds from the PC to the Xbox One X in a little bit of, so what might took about 10, 12, 24 hours, they got that down to a couple of hours, maybe 2-3 hours, maybe less than that, depending, right? And now, and so that was something the developers used to complain about. They don't complain about it no more because of the high-speed data cable that Microsoft included in their SDK kits. So it starts on the PC already. Like we said earlier, the only thing with PCs, you have a different hardware requirements and setups and stuff like that. So you're optimizing across a multifaceted palette of different hardware configurations, right? So, but saying it's a remake makes it worse because it was a game that
it's already fucking done.
It was already made.
It was already done.
And my homie Volcanic, right? He said
it was literally just going into the file saying, okay, PC port here transferred, remove from console, straight PC. We don't have to worry about optimization. We ain't got to worry about a lock 60 frames per second.
Bro,
we ain't got to worry
every game is built on a PC, bro.
We took away multiplayer.
It's built on the PC. They transfer that build over to the kit. They say, okay, this work. This is what we need to fix here. Then they go back to the PC. They go back to the PC. They go back to that build, they optimize it, they fix, they make the changes, they make the adjustment, and then they send the new build back over to the dev kit to see how it plays. Like,
we gonna pray for these niggas.
Hey,
bro,
pull up the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves for me. The collection for PC.
What the
what on Metacritic?
Yeah, Uncharted
what?
Legacy of Thieves, the PC version.
Lord Jesus.
Okay.
Wow. 79. Oh, that's PC. 52 credit reviews. 4.7 user score. Damn. All right. Scroll down. Did the big guys publish a review?
Yeah, they go press start Australia. Game Screw. They go play hobby. They go Jux. Hold on. Let me see. We go.
Okay.
Game Rant. VGC.
Y'all sold out.
Gaming Nexus, Gaming Trend, yeah.
What time you gotta go get the kids?
Look at PC Gamer, PC Games.
Your mom
they on here
up early in the morning to get them.
Gaming Revolution. Look, they on here, boy. Let me see here.
No, I'm just asking.
They go Gaming Boat. Let's see here.
So Sony pretty much told them if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
They go PC Mag. They go Eurogamer Italy. But I'm just saying though. Everybody's quiet right now.
Boy, on hush mode, do you hear me?
Bro, you ain't fit to blacklist me, player. Who gonna say something first?
If I don't see such and such speak, we ain't speaking. Keep that review in the tuck.
Shout out to Mac City Entertainment with the $2. Halo is Halo, cut it out. Last of Us PC port dog shit. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is. All I'm saying is though, you know what I'm saying? Keep the same energy, bro. Just keep the same energy. I mean, ain't no need to make excuses for them. We're just wondering why. Let me do this here. Oh, I love this trackpad. Yeah, with the
it's just funny to me, boy, because you paid a company to port it.
Today
y'all didn't review this because some of the bugs I was seeing.
Look,
bro,
my this God. Came out the 28th of March.
All through the cut screens and everything.
This came out the 28th of March. It's the first, and it's still only 6 critic reviews. Huh? What? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Silence. Let me see. We do this here. So let me go over here. We're going to share this tab. I'm going to close this out. And then we're going to...
It's a remake.
Look at this. This is some of the stuff people been experiencing. Look at this.
Bro, they said dialogue cut screens. I'm seeing all type of mess going on. You know it's bad when they start doing TikTok videos. Hey, what the? Did you just slid to the passenger seat?
Bro, it's crazy. Look at this. Look at some of the stuff people been dealing with.
What is that?
This is crazy, bro.
Oh,
this is crazy. And the PlayStation community is quiet about this. But they went on for months clowning Microsoft about Craig.
About Craig, bro. But you know what's crazy though? When you watch the actual reviews, like you go to YouTube and watch the reviews of the release of the game of Halo, everyone was saying it looked good outside of the Craig incident. What happened to the blackface? Naughty Dog did blackface. Where that one at? We see.
I'm trying
his whole entire face. That man did I don't see it.
Hey, and this is something else Microsoft did right. They made their the API uniform, right, with the Xbox and PC. Whereas when they're developing games on PC, not just the cable, but since the APIs are so identical, they both, they have the same feature set. It made it easier to port and develop games at the same time.
Oh, it ain't nothing on the screen.
So not only do you,
that's what I was trying to see.
Not only do you get like your saves, like if you're playing the game on PC and Xbox, not only do your saves carry over your progress, but you ain't got to spend $70. You can play if you for 2 separate SKUs. You buy the game on Xbox, you got it on PC. Sony out here charging an additional
Hey, he sat
$70 to
there
play
for
it on
6
PC.
minutes.
You see how long that's taking to load?
Yeah, it was 6 minutes.
Yeah.
If we going off the video,
it's still
Sony out
going.
here charging an additional $70 to play it on PC. And release some buggy ports.
But this is my thing though, because I gotta ask y'all a question. How far along is Sony? How far along do y'all think they are when it comes to this PC mess? Because this debacle, and if you are already freelancing out to third party to port your games over, they really are not prepared at this point.
They're extremely behind, Mello. Look, like you said, like
Microsoft,
this is like really alarming. Like this should be like headline news. Like how far along, how behind is Sony at this point?
That's what they got Nix's for.
This is the thing though. Coalition, they made Gears for PC and Xbox at the same time, but they're developing multiple platforms at one time.
But that's the way that's the way the ecosystem set up.
And Microsoft made it that easy, that streamlined form to when they're developing games.
So do Sony even have anything remotely like that?
No, Sony just copying what Microsoft doing and copying them poorly.
And that's what I'm saying. Like how and look at the time frame and what I'm saying with it. See how long it took Microsoft to get that right, in the sense of even with the time of porting their games from PC to console.
Still loading. He's 7 minutes in.
And how wow.
Shout out to King Middleton with the $2. He say, please read my message. What? Okay, what message you talking about? Are you talking about this? Did anybody see next Friday? The Ruham is Day and TLOU is Tawana. The Ruham, the crazy bitch out there.
That crazy bitch out there again. Acting a fool.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, just keep the same energy, man, because y'all made a fool of Halo over a face. And this is worse than the face.
Man, it's the whole game. It looks like this man.
It's the whole game, man.
8 minutes in, 9 minutes in.
He did
8 minutes in before that screen loaded.
And Alex, shout out to Alex. Alex say it takes about an hour to load. It took about an hour to install the game, and then another hour to load the shaders.
I wonder what type of SSD they had.
Steam gives you a
is it the
SSD? Steam gives you like before you can refund. After refund, 2 hours or something like that.
Oh, shit.
So by the time you get the game installed and play it on Steam, you can't refund it.
Damn.
Pretty much what he's saying. But yeah, that took 8 minutes.
Imagine sitting there waiting for one screen that would play a game, and you waiting there for 8 minutes.
And they said quick
just
resume,
to run into some more bugs.
And they said quick resume was a gimmick.
Well,
just a buzzword.
Well,
did the game just crash on them? No,
bro, they're doing all type of Watusi. They tethered him back outside.
Literally hit a checkpoint, like immediately where it crashed. Oh no!
Oh, it loaded back to the checkpoint.
Dude, don't you dare! What the hell?
Crashed on him.
Oh yeah, hey. Makai 28 said, "Where's Digital Foundry on this?"
Yeah,
man, they ain't found it. They ain't doing no foundry on nothing.
Wait, has Digital Foundry even said anything about this?
They mentioned it, and they're like the little weekly podcast, but they haven't done like a video,
a breakdown on it.
Yeah, they haven't.
That's
bro. That this would have been Xbox, boy.
What get me about Digital Foundry, they'll play an 80-hour game and find the one spot where the Xbox dips frames like.
The foliage, the grass here just
the bias is The bias is incredible, bro.
They can't even hide it no more now. Post it's just out there, bro.
I mean, the ABK deal did brought everything out too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy, man. If this was Microsoft, y'all know the media will be having a field day right now.
Facts.
Digital Foundry probably would have had about 2, 3, 4 videos breaking down why and what Microsoft need to do. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't did a video yet on this, and they only talked about it in passing. That's crazy.
The one game I always feel sorry for is Quantum Break, because the only thing they could talk about was in the reviews was 720p, and that game was amazing.
Yeah,
like,
and
the
you mean tell me
gameplay was fire.
This game came out on the 28 and only 6 reviews. Everybody is quiet.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
we gonna let the big person step out. If they don't step out, we ain't saying nothing. Zero. You better not put that article
they said
out.
this too shall pass.
Right. Right.
We
the only one that's gonna bring fire to it, bro. That's the sad part about it, man.
Okay, let's see. What is this?
That's why you gotta stay the game.
Oh Lord, hold on.
We bring out the big news.
Hold on, let me look at this shit, man.
What?
We talk about what they don't want to talk about.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
What happened?
Look at this shit, man.
Look, post about the. Hey, shout out to Farquhar.
That's pack a pal, a pack a pal. You feel me? Look at this shit, bro.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
She's a nasty dancer, dancer for money. Do what you want me to do.
Yo, you know what? That one,
check that tail out. Hey,
yo, that one's funny. That was funny.
Hey, where my dollars at, man?
Hey, that one's funny, and the one where
Ellie out there getting it.
They in the cutscene. They in the cutscene and they sweating profusely. They just sweat just coming out in the cutscene.
You got
that?
Oh, I ain't
hold
see
on.
that. Let me that one up, bro.
Let me see if I can find it.
Like, where them dollars at?
Oh yeah, Aaron, don't sleep on Quantum Break.
Out there twerking, boy.
Hey. Quantum Break fire, bro. Don't believe them reviews. That game fire. The story,
Quantum Break is
epic, gameplay dope. Man, I don't know why they do Remedy like that, man. Remedy be busting that.
That's when all that bad news started coming out, and they just got the forefront of it. But yeah, Quantum Break was dope.
Well, you know what is crazy that you always hear from the J-Dubs and all the ponies that Naughty Dog would never put out a low rated
game. Sony
top quality, the best studio in the world.
They got all the goldies. Oh my God, I said to my Jada, they got all the goldies. This is how they do their goldies. This is what you do to a goldie.
Damn.
But you know
James.
what though? It was another one. It was red flags on this one. Now that I think about it, bro. You had thinking about it, shout out to J-Dub. Just thinking about this little bum. You released Last of Us TV show. Highly successful. Yeah. Numbers through the goddamn roof.
It actually had people
left and right.
Yeah, actually had people going
people in their emotions. They feel it. People was actually going to go buy the game. You tell me you didn't drop a PC port that you how much is $60 for the PC port?
I think 70.
Is it? I think
$60-$70.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, look that up. I didn't. Yeah,
at that time of its peak of that show blowing up, you didn't drop the PC version for that game.
Well, they had to delay it though.
That's a red flag within itself.
It was scheduled to release like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They had to delay it.
Apparently, they did not delay it long enough. Because nigga, ain't no way.
I agree with you on that.
If we talking marketing and advertising to people, if I got a game like that and the show is blowing up, I'm dropping PC port at least after the first 3
It's 60.
episodes.
It's 60. It's $59.99 on
$60.
PC.
I would have dropped that PC port marketing wise, intelligent wise, with a good product wise. 3 episodes in, they didn't do nothing. And this is your king. This is your king, nigga. Y'all running around with these Metacritic, these journalists. Y'all running around with their narratives and their topics, and they ain't nowhere to be found. But who out here giving y'all that good news? Stay the game.
Shit crazy, man.
Hey, I gotta I'm about to post something in the
I'm done.
Hey man, this you change on camera one more time. You went from a black hoodie to a gray hoodie to the white tee, bro. I see you, player.
I tried to do my Ray J. I tried to do my Ray J and switch it up real quick.
You feel me? Show them what it is, man.
I was gonna cut it up. I was gonna do it. Hey, look, I was gonna do a Ray J clip when he had the hat on his head and it kept turning left and right and switching it up with the camera angles. I was gonna do that for State of
check that out, post. Check that out in the Discord.
Oh, what you got? Yeah, Naughty Dog. I don't know, man. They looking kind of shaky now, bro. I think we found the chink in their armor. Do you hear me? I think it's starting to get exposed.
What game does that remind you of?
Who that is? What that is? What they do? What the hell is this? Smallville.
Small and survive the wows.
Mm-hmm.
What, Grounded?
Yeah.
It looked like Grounded.
Yeah.
No, why you tweaking, man?
No, but I'm saying though, no. You don't get my point. Who's making the bigger impact in the gaming industry?
Oh, I see what he's trying to say. I see what you're trying to go, but
he had me stuck for a minute. I'm why are we looking at this?
Like, what? Why are we talking about Grounded right now when we supposed to be stumping Naughty Dog into fine wine?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got off a little track, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, I pulled up Steam, and like this is the first thing that popped up.
I'm talking about the impact of the games that everybody hating on. You feel me?
And you can't say Grounded not successful. You got devs trying to mimic the formula.
Man, might wear this tonight.
Yeah, so we're gonna move along. Okay, so we talked about PSVR 2, The Last of Us PC port. Okay, let's talk about E3, man. How y'all feeling about E3 being canceled?
Man, bruh. I feel bad.
Chat. How y'all feeling about E3? Can I
feel bad.
Can I do a poll? Would they let me do a poll? Moderation, participants.
He said Wendy Williams look at Barbie dolls that's been in the microwave.
Who said what?
Yo!
Oh man.
Oh man, that's funny, yo. I'm actually upset that game is a mixture of grounding and arc. Okay, yeah. I was just looking at the brick for him, man. When he said that, I'm like, hold on, that dude look like grounded a little bit, but
I respect it though, bro. Like
E3, I'm upset though. I ain't even gonna hold you. Man, I want an E3, but I understand why they canceled after every big third party dipping out on you.
Let me see. Put this poll up. See where the community stands at, man.
Oh, okay.
Y'all care about E3 being canceled or not? Do the poll for me, man. Do the poll. Look. I will say this though. Coming up through the 90s, I think E3 started in 95, if I'm not mistaken.
Give or take.
Back in 95, man, we didn't have access to computers.
Right.
Computers and none of that. All of our game information came through magazines and stuff like that. By the time the digital age did come around, coming towards the end of the 90s into the 2000s, I would say this, man, and I said this on the show earlier today. E3 was like the Super Bowl for gaming, man. It's something that we look forward to back then. We look forward to the press conferences. We look forward to the festivities. We look forward to the interviews and the announcements and everything. We look forward to the big three: Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo going at it in terms of their presentation. Then you had, EA, Activision, and those and other studios doing their own separate thing. We look forward to that. It was a big thing back then, man. If y'all could only, if you come from that time, you will know how big it was and the energy it was and how excited you were, especially when as we got closer to June. Man, bro, the forums used to be popping. Expectations, console wars used to be
That's when
just
console war was
great,
console war.
just crazy, man. E3 did a lot in terms of first initially when it wasn't for the public when it initially came out. It was for retailers and developers. It gave opportunity for retailers to come in and see what's the latest hardware and games that they will probably would like to buy, pretty much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To buy to sell in their stores. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they get a chance to look at the latest PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo hardware. They'll be able to get the chance to look at the latest software come out, so they can say, okay, shake hands with Microsoft and them, say, okay, we're gonna have a large order coming in. We like what we see. The second thing it did was for small developers and independent developers and things like that. It allowed them the opportunity to rub shoulders and make backdoor deals with publishers and things like that at E3. But all of that's changed. All of that's changed now, right? Then they opened it up to the public, which made it even bigger. The fans got a chance to go in and see these presentations and these large shows in person. But with the digital age, the internet has affected so much. And as technology continues to advance, it's going to continue to evolve the landscape. Now, what developers used to do there, you could do at GDC now, the Game Developer Conference. You could meet other developers there. You could meet other publishers, and you could make deals and bring your games and your technology there to sell it there. With along came with the internet. You got
Kickstarter programs.
You got Sony that took a whole E3 showing that probably would have took $1 million from sound stage and sound equipment and setting up and production and light and all that. And they narrowed that down into a 20 or 30 minute or 45-minute state of play YouTube video. Right? A month from YouTube video. Microsoft didn't consolidate shit down to a developer direct. Nintendo kicked that shit off with their little treehouse shit. They do. So in terms of in the era where the cost of development is skyrocketed, that money that you would have invested pay to the ESA and then set up and all that shit can be redirected elsewhere. Now Microsoft is still going to do their show, but they doing their shit probably in their own theater.
Right. Which Apple done evolved that to a whole new landscape. So
yeah,
production and everything. So
E3 really isn't needed anymore because the things that and David Jaffe pointed out, the things that it was needed for, people no longer need. It ain't there no more. Yeah. It's not no, and I think it's dead from here on out. The shit is over. Especially when Sony initially left first time. Sony was one of the biggest players. It don't get no, you know what I'm saying?
No bigger
bigger than that. And then they left. Like shit, it's a wrap. I'm gonna miss it though.
All right. That's why I'm
E3
with it.
The E3 parties, the social aspect of it. The console warring that came with it. It's just this shit used to be, man, Joe. That shit used to pop back in the day over E3, bro. Like people really, you know what I'm saying? People used to take off for their jobs and stuff just to
fly out and all type of mess,
just to catch it, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially it went from the when Microsoft changed the game, they changed the game that Microsoft took it from being streamed on the internet. They start taking it to TV, being allowing it to be broadcast on TVs, on TV stations and shit like that. So, man, yo, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. What about y'all?
Yeah, I'm in that same boat. Just being an old school gamer and wanting to see that actual presentation of on the showcase and you being able to sit down and watch it, don't go to work or whatever the case may be. I actually low key, I wanted to see somebody actually fight. When we used to watch the YouTubers back in the days and everybody had murder beef, I actually wanted to see somebody meet up at E3 and fight because everyone kept saying we're gonna meet up at E3. What you going? I bet when you go, all that. I never seen it happen.
Yeah,
but,
we used to get that a lot.
It was a whole lot of that.
A lot, man.
I'm not gonna never see you in the world, but I will see you at E3.
I'm gonna be at E3 this year. All you gotta do is pull up. It's on site.
Pull up, right? But it makes sense, like what you said. Technology has evolved. We doing so much right now, from you seeing games being developed to just having access to try out games from you know what I'm saying, the little programs they have out now. So it was its time to go. It hopefully I would have said, hey, let's do a good farewell E3 type situation. You went all out, but it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, it's a and then what's the name? Russell name didn't hesitate.
Who?
Jeff. Boy, so that boy was Game Fest is going on at this. That boy was on it, man. Like he had that tweet,
ready to go,
ready to go, hit the button, man. You know what I'm saying? But even though that Summer Game Fest, honestly, people ain't really been too stoked about that, about the Summer Game Fest. I think the last one people said it was okay, but the last couple of them, people ain't been too excited about that. So we'll see, man. I know Microsoft. I know. Let me show y'all this. Let me bring this up on screen. Where is it? Here, and go to downloads and. Here we go. Here. Kevin, close your door, son. All right, and then I'll zoom in on this where y'all can see it, and let me see. And we'll do this here. I shout out to Jeff Grip. And he say, shout out to Mac City Entertainment with the $2. E3 was the GOAT. We need it back. Drop some subs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Agreed. Oh yeah, let me get my
you dropped some sub. You dropped some sub. Let me see here. Oh, shout out to Mac, man. He gifted
Appreciate that again, Mac.
Gifted 5 memberships, man. Appreciate that, Mac. I couldn't see it in the stream, y'all. What's the name? I gotta pay attention to the YouTube thing. And let's see what this poll looking like, man.
I'm gonna give my take on it. The whole E3 thing, and I agree with you, Post, about it being the Super Bowl of gaming. Because this is when we all used to like take time off of work, get together, jump on a podcast and talk about the show.
Yeah.
It's not the same with Summer Game Fest, bro. It's like, I mean, we still do that, but Summer Game Fest just don't get the publicity that the mainstream publicity E3 was getting. But I will say this though, I hated that E3 is dying, but I still feel like the spirit of E3 lives on. As long as all of the game platform holders come together and give us a show around that time of the year, I'm happy with it. It doesn't have to be under the name E3. But if we lose that, man, that's a huge blow to gaming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mac. Yes, sir, man. Thank you, brother. We really appreciate you, brother. Man, bro, be on it, man.
There you go.
All right, so Jeff Grubb says, before the Summer Game Fest, PlayStation showcases June 8th. So June 8th, PlayStation show, which is before Summer Game Fest, which is before the Xbox Bethesda showcase, and we're getting also the Starfield Direct. That's crazy.
Wait.
And
So
then,
pretty much, I didn't catch that. So he's pretty much taking the brand E3 and making it Summer Game Fest.
yep, yeah. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't fuck with the E3, the ESA, and all that. It was some. I don't know if it was some issues there or whatever. But so the PlayStation showcase is June 8th. The Summer Game Fest is June 9th through 10th. What's that? Keys 3 days of play. Is June is also June 9th to okay. I see what you're doing there. Summer Game Fest in 3 days. Okay, June 9th and June 10th. And then June 11th, Xbox plus Bethesda Showcase, along with Starfield Direct. And then June 12th is Ubisoft Forward. The special thing about this I see and that I notice is that if the Activision Blizzard deal goes through and get approved before June 11th and before these showcases, we might get a Xbox. We're going to get Xbox plus Bethesda Showcase. We're going to get the Starfield Direct, but we also might get that Town Halls with Activision, the same one they did with ZeniMax and Bethesda after they purchased them. They did the whole Town Halls where they kind of sat down and laid out the expectations of ZeniMax. So that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. And I think at that time we'll figure out who's going to be the head of Activision, who's going to run it, and then the expectations of exclusive, COD being exclusive. It will all of ABK games be exclusive. So we'll it's a strong year for Xbox, man, and it's crazy. So let's do this here. Let me see here. All right, so I looked at the poll in the chat. Do you care about E3 being canceled? 56%, if I'm not mistaken, 56% says yes. 44% says no. So that's close. That's close. And look, I don't blame you, man, because it just ain't nothing like it wasn't nothing like E3, man.
Nah.
It wasn't nothing like E3, man, with the announcements, the trailers, the shows, and just sitting there wondering what Sony was going to show, what Microsoft was going to show, what Nintendo was going to show. Man, it's just, I even go back to the 360 days when the 360 was initially announced, and you had what's the name do the presentation for it, and he was just sitting in this circle. He was real close to the fans. That was the first time I really saw a game executive that close to the fans giving a presentation during E3. And it was around the time where they announced the gamer card, achievements, your gamer profile. They showed the dashboard of the 360 and things like that. Those are iconic moments. The E3 where Sony just went all out with Street Fighter V being exclusive, with the Final Fantasy, what's the other joint? The Sega joint that everybody. What's the Sega joint? The Japanese.
Oh,
joint.
the Jet Set Radio.
No, the other one where y'all know everybody was looking forward to this game
on the OG Xbox, right? Or the
well, it was on the OG Xbox, but Sony showed it at their E3. And I don't even know if it came out on the Xbox Series X yet, but it was called
Shenmue.
Yeah, Shenmue. that year they showed Shimon and all that. Just epic, bro. Just incredible. Sony had some epic. Sony had some of the biggest moments at E3 in these last generations, man. I ain't gonna leave a cap, bro. But man, those days are long gone, man. Those days are long gone, man. So we're gonna have to see how all of this play out, man. And I get it because you're living in a social media age, and that's where most of your viewers are at. And so now you're watching developer directs on Twitter, on YouTube, and all these other social platforms. So we're gonna see how it work out. Yeah, well, Shibu was now Yakuza. You see, Trey Bone said E3 was outdated and the virus killed it. Nothing but TVS nowadays. Companies left because they knew they could do it cheaper and not have to worry about shit not working. Yep. And then a Trey Bone, that's a good point, because if you listen to some of the stories about how they presented some of the games on stage, some of the demos and stuff like that, the issues they used to go through back in the backstage of the show and stuff like that. Shit crazy, bro. Shit real crazy. Sony gonna get this work from Xbox. Yes, they are, man. So let's see here. We're gonna move along. We got let's before E3 cancel. Okay, let's talk about this Game Pass $1 shit, man. Man, you see that? These people out here capping, bro. Now, hold on. Let me take this off screen, right? Let's talk about this, right? Man, bro, I look so crispy, boy. That 1080p popping, bro. Y'all know that 1080p popping. You feel me? Y'all know that 1080p popping. But let's do this, man. First, you come out, you call it EBT Game Pass. You call it Dollar General. You call it trash. No games or none of that, right? You say Game Pass is for poor people, right? Right. And come to find out that all the people who was trashing Game Pass and trashing that $1 entry level was actually using it. They was using the $1 shit, which is crazy. So you're sitting up here trashing it, saying if you pay for Game Pass or if you enrolled in Game Pass with you're poor, right? But the police was using it. Now they on Twitter saying, in order for me to play Starfield and Redfall, I gotta pay $15 now. What are we doing here? Now the same, that's crazy.
PlayStation fan base don't know what they want, man.
At all, bruh. At all, bro. The same ones that was trashing it, and this went on. You got to think that dollar deal was on for what, 5 or 6 years. It's been going on for 5 or 6 years. It just not stopped. So you've been trashing it for 5 or 6 years. Then when they take it away, you trashed them from taking it away. What's it gonna be?
Are we really surprised though, Post?
No.
Are we really surprised?
I'm surprised at all these frauds out there. These fakers.
It's the same fan base that say Xbox has no exclusives. And then when they announce the game not coming to PlayStation, then they complain that Xbox is holding games from PlayStation.
Bro,
they don't know what they want.
Let me tell you something. These dudes sit up here all this time, trashing Game Pass, trashing the games, right? But was using the $1. How you sit up here and say Xbox don't got no games, and you low-key using that dollar promotion to get access to Game Pass to play whatever games that pretty much the Xbox community is excited about at that time. crazy, bro. Crazy. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Right. But that's how it is, man. So we gonna hit on that. We're gonna move along. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, y'all. I'm
Man, been
tired.
working though. Hey, let's give it up to Post, man. Post been working.
I'm tired.
Post been working.
Me and my son been kind of doing some stuff around the house today. I had to run up to the studio today to do some troubleshooting because we're recording an artist album. We're in the process of recording this new artist album that we're working with. So I had to make sure they was able to do that. In the midst of doing that, gas show was about to start like 5 or 10 minutes before that. So I was running from the first floor to the third floor, first floor to the third floor. And I got down, I did the show, then I rolled straight into this, man. So I'm a little tired, but I'm gonna push through, and then we finna knock this out. But yeah, the hypocrisy. I gotta download Seafood for Xbox. It's $40 too.
Is it 40? Nah, I can't do it.
It's $40.
When you hit Game Pass, I'll try it.
Damn. For the 40, 50.
Yeah, it's not a game. It's not a game that I'm really like interested in, but I want to try it because of the hype around it. But I don't want to spend $40, and that's what Game Pass is for. To get me to persuade me to potentially buy a game or play a game per se.
Garcia say, have y'all played the Forza Horizon 5 Dirt Rally DLC? It's fine. No, I ain't played it. I ain't played Forza Horizon in a. I got out of racing games. I just don't have a
Horizon hit different though, Post.
Yeah, I think I get back to. I ain't really. The only thing I played lately was Mighty Doom, the cell phone. The only reason why I was playing that because when I'm out with my lady, because we be going to the store and stuff like that, getting stuff for the house, and I've been trying to set up stuff. That I play that in between her doing her thing. I just got the I think I just really set up the Xbox and the PlayStation. So hopefully when I'm fully done under the weather, then I could get back to beating Hi-Fi Rush and trying to beat the first boss on Wolong, man. Noah and Mello didn't already pass me. I think Mello beat it, right?
Yeah, Mello
Did you beat it?
Mello's carrying me. No, I ain't beat it yet. Mello carried me to across 5 or 6 stages. Man, I ain't not getting them Souls type games, bro. I barely got past that first boss.
Hey, MK, you damn right. You ain't never lied, MK. Post gonna be on 4s or 8 for 3 hours. And look, I'm gonna get my 3 hours in, maybe a 4-piece. Yeah, Post played it. I tried it. I wore up the band and then get up on out of there. Hey, MK, don't be putting me out there like that, player. Why you? Hey, Ozzy, you ain't the only one, because when I brought that up, everybody had issues with that first boss. But I'm gonna beat him though, man. I'm gonna beat him though. I do want to give y'all before we get up out of here, I do want to give y'all an update, an ABK update, because the FTC is out here wilding, man, and it just don't make sense. Let me pull this up, and I will say this though too before April is going to be an incredible month. We're going to find out a lot. This is the month that the CMA final decision is going to come. It's supposed to be on the 26th. I believe it might come before the 26th. Okay, so we're going to see. The EU final decision is May 22nd, but I think we don't make it to May 22nd. I think both of these decisions come before their deadline. So let me do this. Let me pull this up. And where is it? Where is it?
I still think Sony dumb, bro. I think they shot themselves in the foot challenging this acquisition.
Let me do this here. I think they did too. It was a gamble. They knew it was a gamble. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man.
Somebody mentioned on the show, on Gas Show that you was on the day that Sony may well even be the reason the merger goes through.
Yeah.
Because you know, like you said, they took Nintendo out of the equation.
Yep. Let me blow my nose. Hold on.
That's crazy. So you got the police on you now. You start off snitching, call yourself snitching. You got the police on you now. They looking into what you're doing and your anti-competitive practices, and you might be the reason the merger goes through in the once it's all said and done.
Hold on, let me tell you something. They say Post don't play no games, man. Look at this, man.
I'll check that out.
Look at my cell phone skills. Look at that. Whoop.
You get achievements?
What is that? Nah, they need to connect achievements to this. This joint fired off. I play games. Don't tell me I don't play games. I do this. You feel me?
Make your selection. Attack speed boost.
You feel me? I do this, boy. Y'all see this? Watch me work. You feel me? What y'all know about this?
Post up. Can you explain to me why you blame Naughty Dog? I thought all you guys said RTX 4090. I don't care if your PC is not powerful.
Hold on.
It runs trash on the 4090 as well. Yeah, that's your part.
Who is that? Okay, that's Chris. Let me answer. Y'all see this, man? I play games, boy. Get on my level. I do this shit, boy. Let me stop messing with y'all. Also, before we move along, I want to talk about this, right? I want to talk about this too. Because the ponies, everybody jumped on this real quick. They didn't even check, right? And also, shout out to TMHW Gaming, who in the chat right now, who called this out during the show yesterday. Was that yesterday or the other day, if I'm not mistaken? But everybody thought Game Pass was going to be $40. $40. And it wasn't even an American ad. It was in New Zealand. And the guy who did it was on Reset Era. And on Reset Eras, they was telling him, you forgot he was on vacation in New Zealand? Crazy. So what Christopher Hart talking about?
Nonsense as usual.
Host up. Can you explain to me why you blame Naughty Dog? I thought all you guys had RTX 4090. I don't care if your PC is not powerful. Let me tell you something, right? You nasty ass pony. Let me tell you something. Well, I got a little energy left. It was the ponies who said they didn't need an Xbox because they got powerful PCs.
Facts.
Right? You blame the developer because the hardware is not incapable of running The Last of Us. Right? The hardware will run in whatever that's optimized to run on it. So you, in this case, right, it's a software issue. Right? It's an optimization issue. Right? So that's why you blame Naughty Dog or whatever developer that did the port. Because
Galaxy.
And I don't even know how this get through Q&A.
But we got to keep it 100, right? Just like we held 343 accountable with the Master Chief Collection, right? They didn't develop the Master Chief Collection. They oversaw the development. It was another team that did it. Same with Naughty Dog and Iron Galaxy. Naughty Dog oversaw the development of this PC port from Iron Galaxy. It's Sony job and Naughty Dog's job to ensure quality control when this game is being ported.
Yeah.
And you see how that played out.
Yeah.
So they do take some accountability.
Yeah, 343 didn't do the Master Chief Collection, even though they got blamed for it. What's the name did the port for
I forgot who did it.
Master Chief Collection? The same one that's supposed to be working on that battle royale for Xbox.
Let me see.
Out Avalanche.
Let's see, Halo MCC. Was it Saber 3D?
It was either Saber or is she here?
I forgot what team did it. It wasn't 343. 343 came in and fixed it.
Yeah, so it was Splash Damage.
Yeah, Splash Damage. Okay.
It was Saber Interactive. It was and Certain Affinity. Then you also had United Front Games and Rockstar Dundee. Them all the developers. But I think it was pretty much, Splash Damage, whenever they did something for Halo, I think it was multiplayer.
But you know the difference is we held Microsoft and 343 accountable.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't really develop the game because they oversaw development and the game still came out like shit.
Yeah. So what happened was after the Master Chief Collection came out and it went through the issues, 343 stepped in to fix the issues, to resolve it. But they did oversee it. So they played a role in it coming out the way it did. And y'all gave the Master Chief Collection all the smoke. See, that's what I don't get with you ponies, Christopher Hart. You guys, and the same with the Ruham who was in here, wanted us to make the benefit of the doubt, give the benefit of the doubt to Naughty Dog, but y'all don't do that for Xbox and its publishers or its game studios. Y'all didn't get that same energy to Master Chief Collection. Y'all trashed it. Just like y'all did with Halo Infinite. But now Chris want to roll up in here talking about something. Why you blaming Naughty Dog? What about your PC? Shout out to Boca $2 post predictions for what Microsoft and Sony will show at E3. That's a good question, Buck. Sony, I think the first thing you're gonna do, I think they are gonna show some VR. I think PSVR 2 is gonna be a part of their show.
Yeah. I don't think you get any big AAA games though.
I think you get a first glimpse at Spider-Man 2.
I doubt it.
I think you get a trailer for Wolverine.
I doubt it. Oh, you said a trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get a trailer.
I think you get a trailer for Wolverine. You might get something from Bungie, whatever they're working on outside of Destiny. That's what I'm saying, Mike. But I also think this is the first time you're going to get a look at the games as a service that they're working on. Maybe Haven Studio, that they've been quiet and working and stuff like that. You might get a trailer or something from them, a tease. But yeah, they're trying to put out 12 games as a service in the next 2 years. So I think you will see what they're trying to do there.
Post, you being too nice.
Oh, well, go ahead. Don't break it down for me, brother. Break it down.
Lately, I pay attention to the trends, right? Lately, Sony been saving the big hitters for their own show. The state of plays. I don't think they're gonna do it that big for Summer Game Fest.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about for their show. This for their show. That's on June 8th.
I don't think it's gonna be anything mind blowing from Sony. I think you're gonna see some PSVR 2 games. And then maybe a couple third-party exclusives, like indies and stuff. But lately, Sony's been saving the heavy hitters for the state of plays. You might get a teaser for like Wolverine or something, like you said, but I don't think they show Spider-Man 2 at the Summer Game Fest show. I'm thinking they're holding that for later. If it releases this year, I think they're holding that for like maybe weeks before the game releases. And and showing off of their own state of play. That's just my opinion, based on how Sony been moving lately.
Okay. I do think though Microsoft though, I do think Microsoft is going to. I think we're going to see a lot this year. I think
I thought we gonna
Microsoft
see
is.
Hellblade.
I definitely think we're going to see Hellblade 2.
They
Hopefully
already confirmed
announced for the
Starfield, right?
end of the year. Starfield got its own direct. I think we finally get to see what they've been doing with Fable. I think Perfect Dark resurfaces as well. Avowed on the Outer Worlds 2. I think we get to. I don't know in what capacity are we going to see these games. But I would suspect that Hellblade 2 can come out
Yeah,
late
Hellblade
this
2 is gonna be
year.
there. It's got to be there.
Come out late this year or early 2024. I do think Avowed is going to be next year, 2024. I do think State of Decay 3 has been quiet. We haven't heard anything from that. I think that resurfaces as well. I'm telling you, Microsoft is cooking. Microsoft, Indiana Jones. Are we going to finally get to see what they're doing with Indiana Jones? Bethesda got a lot of unannounced games working on. And CDN got look, Buck, the skies is the limit, man. Microsoft is cooking, man. They cooking right now, man. It's so much. The thing is that being that they have a plethora of things to show, what are they going to show and what are they going to hold back, right? And the question comes down to this, Buck, is what they hold back is going to, I say like this, okay, if what they're going to hold back, right, is that going to be what we want to see versus what they actually show? Okay. That's going to be the question. Like, is what they show, are those going to be the games that we actually want to see, or what they hold back? Because they've done that before. You know, Phil came and say, I think that was the last E3 or the E3 before that, when he said they pulled games out of E3 that they was going to show because they felt, you know, they already had. No, look, we need an update on State of Decay 3. We need an update on Perfect Dark. We need an update on Avowed. We probably know that the Outer Worlds probably ain't where it should be. Who knows? But we need an update on. We ain't seen them. We seen one trailer from Avowed.
About Contraband.
We seen one trailer from Contraband. We don't even know what Contraband is. One trailer from Everwild.
I don't think we see Everwild. I don't think we see a Avowed, and I don't think we see Perfect Dark or Indiana Jones. But I do think we'll see Hellblade 2. We know we'll see Starfield. I think we'll see Contraband. Maybe some progression on State of the K3.
Mm-hmm. I think Microsoft is in a position, right, to really to go crazy this year and really stamp themselves like, look, we on our business. Not only do we got ZeniMax and Bethesda and they on the ball, here's go Xbox Game Studio. We haven't even seen what what's the name? Compulsion. We don't even know what we haven't even seen nothing from Compulsion.
I don't know what they're working on.
We don't even know
something from them.
Man,
you know what I think we're gonna see at E3? I think we're gonna get a teaser for the High on Life DLC. They got announced. They'll be dumb not to take the hype from High on Life and turn that into some positive Xbox E3 momentum.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do, man. We finna wrap it up. Mello had a family situation. He had to get up out of here. Look, I'm tired. This is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna give y'all a State of Decay. We You know I'm tired. Yo,
And
you
get
know
you some
I'm tired.
sleep, Post. Get you some sleep.
Bro, you know I'm tired, bro. I'm finna my little man's in there. I'm finna see what it's 9:00. I'm finna see if he ate or something. You know, Mike, he'll be in that game and that TV all day and not eat nothing until I come in and say something. Y'all, man, look, man, I'm tired. Look what we're gonna do. We're gonna do State of Gaming in the morning for breakfast. I'll do about a 9:00 or a 10:00 stream. If y'all up, y'all could join. We're gonna do one in the morning. And then in the morning, I'm gonna talk about I'll talk about all the ABK stuff in the morning. All right. You know I'm tired. Y'all know when I get tired, my voice get crunchy. You feel me? I'm trying crunchy as hell right now. I sound like a bag of Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? Fuck is you talking about? A bag of Flaming Hots with the hot sauce. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, man. I think I did like a 3 or 4 hour podcast with like a 2 or 3 hour podcast with guys, and then I went straight into this. I didn't even take a break. I just went straight into it. So I'm a little bit tired. So we'll do a state of game. Why do I look, Lord?
You tired, bro. You tired.
We'll
I got
do.
you. Hey, yo. Hey, Post will be back on here tomorrow. He gonna talk about the Activision Blizzard. He gonna ask some more of your questions and concerns. But man, it's tired, man. You've been working.
We gonna
working.
Hey, King Middleton. What we gonna do tomorrow? We're gonna do we're gonna do some eggs, some salmon croquette, some croquette, and some grits or something, man. Just a small portion of grits, but you feel me?
But
That's what we're gonna do in the morning, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to y'all in the morning, man. Let me get to my son, make sure he eat and get him situated. We still got some stuff to hang up around the place and stuff. And I'm gonna see how y'all respond if y'all like a State of Gaming podcast like early in the morning, you know. And if y'all fucking with it, then throughout the week, because I know y'all us doing this every Saturday, you gotta wait like a damn near whole week to hear from us again. So throughout the week, if that's either in the morning or either in the afternoon, we'll see how to rock. Because I know I did one in the afternoon one time, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I really like these afternoon shows." So I'll see how y'all rocking with it when I do it in the morning, and if y'all rocking with it, I'll probably do it more often. You know what I'm saying? That way we can push out more content. Then we all can rock together, man. But thank y'all, Poster. You've been podcasting for like 5 or 6 hours over 2 shows. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Pack a pal. Shout out to you, Pack a pal. Look, man, thank y'all for constantly supporting the show, showing up, showing out. We really appreciate y'all. Continue to support the platform. Continue to show up. We gonna make it our best. We finna do some upgrades in the background in terms of audio equipment and stuff like that. And then so we're gonna help everybody out. We're gonna see what we can do, man, to get everybody mics and stuff set up and go from there. All right. So we're gonna make the content, you know what I'm saying, for y'all. And then next, as we keep building, we're gonna upgrade the cameras. We're gonna upgrade the lightnings in the background so we can give y'all the best high quality stuff. So it'll just take time, one day at a time, man. So y'all have a good one, man. We out of here. I love y'all, man. Thanks for supporting this show. Thanks for supporting Guy's show. Y'all have a great night, man. I'm probably gonna fall asleep in this chair. Y'all have a good one. I love.
Whereas Sync.